Tammy.
And I'm Greg, and you're watching Chock Full of Quarters. Join us each week to watch us collect quarters from our laundromat.
And see how much money we make. We also give tips on buying, owning, and running a laundromat. And to answer that question that everybody wants to know.
Does a laundromat make money?
Make sure you watch for the code word in the video and enter it into the comment section for your chance to win this coffee can full of quarters. You must be a subscriber.
So hit that subscribe button, press the like button, it really helps the channel, and don't forget the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos.
Let's get collecting. Okay, let's see, we're going to start with this. Let's see what I need to get. Maybe some root beer. Let's see what we got for my little box. Uh-oh. Get some coin in there. Want to get that?
Yeah.
She looks pretty good. Do you want to pull paper?
Yeah. $2. $2. I want my $2. And I love that part. I love that quote in the movie. I want my $2. Who can name that movie?
Yes. Who can name that movie? So the quote in the movie is, I want my $2. Actually, it's more like, I want my $2. So, who can name that? It's one of my favorite movies, actually. I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite 80s movies. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah. Let's, already punch my numbers.
Okay. Did you have to collect this week?
Yes, I did. Earlier, it's just becoming normal. I had to put in.
I know it's normal, but they always like to hear it.
Yes, I did have to. I put in money from last week, and I had to collect on top of that. So.
Oh, okay, great. And we're gonna have to clean the bill acceptor tonight because we've been getting some paper jams. So.
I did not collect these. I collected those. Pretty much almost everything on that side.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about since we have to remake videos, we're gonna talk about
I'm gonna introduce it. Tammy's gonna talk about.
Oh well, I have a few other things I need to say first. So we're gonna talk about something, but I just want to remind everybody: Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live stream. We're so excited. We are so excited. We're gonna be giving away a can of quarters, and just for
9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, not Standard Time.
No, it's Eastern Standard Time. Daylight Savings Time is November 1st.
Yes, that's when we go back to Standard Time.
No, it's just everybody show up at 9:30, please.
9:30. 9:30.
Okay, so just to get it out there, so when we have our live stream, if you are related to either Greg or I, unfortunately,
you are not eligible to enter the
contest for the quarters. We just want to put that out there because I know we're going to have some family on the live stream. So
some of my family members have recently discovered that I do this.
Yeah.
And I am happy that they're watching it, and
we're gonna happy that they're gonna be there. But we just need to let everybody know that. Whoa. Did you collect that already?
Yeah, these I collected.
Oh, there's only like one turn in there.
Yeah, I know.
Like 2 turns. Speaking of which, 1 turn, 2 turn.
Turns per day.
So we're gonna, because I have to remake the video, so we're gonna talk about turns per day. Industry hype, or is it something you should concern yourself about? So,
both.
It's both. It is both. And why is it both? And how can it be both? Because when you're looking to buy a laundromat and an experienced laundromat owner will try to tempt you and make it sound exciting that he's getting 5 or 6 or 7 turns per day per washer. And if they keep talking about it and keep saying I get all these turns per day, and it's a lie and it's hype. They're just trying to get you to buy their laundromat. And why you shouldn't concern yourself with turns per day when you're buying a laundromat. And I'm going to tell you the story about what happened to us. And I don't know if I've told this story yet, but it kind of, and if I have told the story, I'm just kind of trying to bring it back around and how it relates to turns per day. So the day that we signed on our laundromat, we had to come back here and swap out all the quarters in the hopper, and he had to collect his boxes and everything. So he had kept talking about that he was getting 3 to 5 turns per day on every single machine in this laundromat. And I had done the math one day, just, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. But, I had done the math on his water bill, but his water bill was extremely high. And come to find out, he had had a leak. And that's why his water bill was so high. But how did I figure out he was lying about turns per day? Not because I was able to come in and count his boxes. It was because as he was cleaning out the hopper, and I looked down at the bucket, because he had already collected the machines first, and I looked down at the bucket. So I looked at his buckets and I said to him, I said, this doesn't look like, this hopper holds $1,200 in quarters. That doesn't look like $1,200. And he said to me, he looked me dead in the eye and he says, oh, I only fill it up to 800. You'll never get to the 800. And I think Greg and I looked at each other like, oh my God, we've just been duped. Because
what the heck?
Yeah, we got scared and we didn't say anything, but because we had already signed, we already gave up, our money. There was, and
we know we overpaid.
And we knew at that point, not only did we overpay, I really felt like we were taken advantage of at that point. But he kept talking about turns per day with us. And it's kind of like, what's the word? So as he was, when we were, wanting to buy this place, it was, he kept talking about, the 3 to 5 turns per day, and it was just very scintillating. What's that? Scintillating? Is that the word?
Scintillating.
Scintillating. It was sparkly and new and sexy, and and we were just, and you
and
get
we've done the research.
You get a little blind by it too.
Yeah, the first one we found, I think we told this story before, was an outright rip-off.
Yeah.
The guy was like, you got to pay me rent and you got to pay me this much a month. Basically, he wanted, any profit you're going to make, I need that too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah. So it was, so this was just, we definitely had blinders on. So, he talked about 3 to 5 turns per day. So one of the things that we did was right after we bought, every day, Greg and I would come down here every night after he got off of work, and we would count each box to see what kind of turns we were getting. And we were horrified because there was quite a few machines that got nothing in the whole week. And it was quite upsetting because I think we both wanted to just curl up in the fetal position and cry. It was pretty bad. But we also I knew that we had to clean the place up. And
we also, as much as we're talking about, here's the things we did to make it so much better, we've told you the story of Scully McViking. Getting rid of him, as much as we'd like to take all the credit for all this stuff, I think getting rid of him really helped.
Yeah.
Because he was
bothering our customers.
He was bothering the customers.
Yeah. So we changed how things got done around here. When customers had a problem, we addressed it. When they lost money, we gave them back. We gave their money back. So, so when do you? So now that you see that how we believe that turns per day is hype, and it's hype basically when you're looking to buy. They're just going to use it as some kind of leverage on you when you're looking to buy their laundromat. Now, how does it work for you when you bought the laundromat? And what you know, how do you use turns per day to help? Well, so we haven't done box counts in a very long time, until recently, after we had met with the Dexter dealer at the other laundromat, and he was talking about turns per day and what they were using it for and how they use it as just a projection as to what they believe the laundromat will get once it's open. Now that's all nice, fine, and dandy, and again, it's still very scintillating, and it's like, ooh, we're gonna make all this money. But again, yes, it's not a guarantee. It just isn't.
You have to think of it like, I look at it, it's like the analogy when you buy a car and they tell you on the commercial, it's like, if you buy this new car, it's going to get 40 miles per gallon. And that's what the company tells you, because some engineering nerd did the math and said this car theoretically should get 40 miles per gallon. And by the numbers that they're looking at, they're right. But in the real world, that car is never going to get that. That's what happens in your laundromat. If you don't keep it clean, if you don't keep the homeless people out, if you don't take care of your customers when they do have a problem, and try to get new customers and have hopefully vending that's not vandalized and people aren't just vandalizing your stuff. And
if you're not taking care of
your customers and getting them in the door, they're going to go somewhere else.
Yes. And if you don't take care of your business, I mean, you know, you have to clean, you have to have employees who clean, and you know, if you want to get those turns per day, it's not about buying new machines. It's not about
Just look at our machines. You've seen our videos for 9 months now, 10 months now. These are not brand new machines. We want new machines. Don't misunderstand me. We want them. You know, we like shiny new things too.
Yeah, we do. But again, if I can't get 3 turns, you know, or if I can't get 2 to 3 turns per day on these old machines, I can't get I can't get 3 to 5 turns on new machines. I'm going to tell you that right now, because these work. My people know they work, and they know which ones, you know, those ones don't work, but these ones work. And when, you know, the dryers, you know, they work, and you know, you have to keep up on it. And I think you know, I hope that everybody understands when we make our videos that we're not trying to get, do I want to get to 1,000 subscribers? Absolutely, we're getting there, and I appreciate every single one of you. Every single person who has subscribed, thank you so much. But I'm not looking to start a TikTok channel. I'm not looking to, you know, would I like to have, you know, 100,000 subscribers? Absolutely. Why? Because, you know, it would totally help us out here at the laundromat. It really would. But I want everybody to know, and I hope this is what we're getting across to everybody, is that if you're thinking about buying a laundromat, you want to buy a laundromat, you own a laundromat, you just got into the business, it's a lot of work. It is. But there's so many benefits to it. I don't know if I get to share a lot of that either. I'm hoping to you know, oh yeah, this is a benefit. Let me tell you, all of this is a benefit. Greg and I being able to go on vacation after Corona. You know, when we want to be able to go on a cruise, and we can. You know, we want to take a trip to Atlantic City because we can. We can go up and visit our parents because we can.
Recession-proof. That is
being recession-proof, and that we're not scared.
10 years ago, people were like, recession, that can't happen. Yeah, we've had basically 2 of them now in the past decade. Or the past 12 years, I should say.
And we're not, and
so
we're not.
Believe me, it can happen.
It can happen, but are you scared?
No.
No, neither am I. Because okay, the first one we were terrified because we didn't know what the hell was happening. Yep. But you know what? we came out, we survived it, it paid for itself.
And we saw the numbers we were doing when we did the first week we bought the place, and they didn't go down.
No.
In fact, when we took over and we started actually cleaning the place,
Yeah.
way more, it didn't quite look the way it does now. The setup you see now,
I think we've
hard-mounted machines
we've
are
showed
where they obviously work.
We've showed the pictures of what it looked like
Yeah,
before.
and you can see
Yeah.
what we physically have changed about this place. That makes a difference.
It does.
We improved it.
Yes.
We got rid of.
Progress. Somebody
Yeah.
somebody said that about our videos a while back, probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and they said they liked how we always were trying to improve it, and that's, you know what, and it doesn't mean doing anything big. Sometimes it's just the little things. Sometimes it's always just making sure there's toilet paper in the bathroom. You know, sometimes it means, you know, making signs. I mean, I made all of my signs because they don't have signs, you know, for, they don't have good signs.
We've
you know,
been in some laundromats where you walk up to the dryer, and before you put your quarter in, it's a guessing game as to how long you're going to get for that quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Our signs in the bottom corner, Tammy, and we had signs before that were basically
okay,
on a printer.
there is a spelling error in here, so I don't want to hear about it because I already know about it.
You know that. But our signs tell you what you're getting per quarter.
Yeah.
We want to inform people of that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah. When we bought the place, there was no information, and I had just made there was paper signs everywhere, handwritten paper signs, and that is like the worst thing that you
and
could ever
they were
do.
all negative.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And sometimes, yes, you have to have, you know, don't let
Yes.
children play in water because that's a safety thing.
Yeah.
There are sometimes you have to have what I call a negative sign.
Yeah.
But you want to try not to. You want to say, please, you know, take care of your stuff. Please stay with your stuff. Please do this. You know, encouragement. Please help keep the laundromat clean for other customers. You know, things like that.
Yep.
And that's not what we had before, and we changed that.
Yeah.
And we put up informative signs. People
Yes.
look at these machines, they don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, the signs you can see here, and I'm not proud of this, but you can't even see what model number
yeah.
these machines are because it's been ripped off of all these.
And that's why I
So
ended up
you
going.
don't know what's what.
No.
Look at that.
And all people really want to know.
Tammy, sign up here.
So what people want to know is
Explains that.
they want to know how much clothes they can get in there. They don't understand 25 pounds. They don't understand 35 pounds. They are not going to understand 80 pounds. They're going to understand 8 baskets. And it doesn't matter. That's what they understand. You know, so when you talk to your customers, don't talk in poundage. Talk in baskets or loads. Oh, this is a whole triple load or you know, a giant load, or the whole 5 baskets full. And that's, you know, I mean, if they got huge, humongous baskets, you know, it's not going to hold 5, it might hold 3, but still, they understand basket loads. They don't understand poundage. I mean, would you? I mean, do you know how much your clothes weigh?
Yeah. No need.
You might, because you're always dragging them down to the basement. Okay, my camera just stopped. So we're gonna, I need to get moving because I don't know if I'm going to run out of room on this desk. So
We do know the industry says a load is 10 pounds because the 80-pounder that's coming says it's 8 loads. So that's what.
yeah, so we're gonna move through this. We'll see you at the other end. Hold on one. So we're going to pause right here for a minute. I just want to give you a little update on this dryer. So we actually got the drop-in and we got the new overlay in. I had my phone conversation with Wascomat and we got all these reprogrammed. We had them up and running for 1 day. One day. And then both drums at the same time, the thermostat switch went out. So,
and we also found out a really cool feature. I don't know that any other owners out there have dryers that do this.
it's reversing.
These are reversing
Yeah.
dryers.
Yeah.
And we were like, we talked to the Dexter guy and I told him about that. And I wouldn't have guessed this. I was like, why on earth would you want a reversing dryer? And primarily what they do that is for hotels because if you're washing sheets, if you've ever washed sheets or dried sheets,
They ball up.
After a while they kind of turn into like a burrito and start wrapping up on themselves, and then only the outside is getting the heat and what's inside stays wet.
And the reason that this is reversing is because it came out of a dry cleaner.
Yes.
So this for them it was an OPL machine, and we just converted it back to coin, which was nice. It's nice that Wascomat does that.
Yeah.
So that, but so we want to give you an update. I have the thermostat switches coming. So hopefully by by the end of the week. Okay, let's see. Wow, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Those look really good.
I did not collect dryers this week, so that's the full week of dryers.
Okay. So we'll see you back when we get over there to the change counter. Okay. So somebody asked again. They want us to explain how it is that we come up with our numbers. So this $400 in non-revenue. This $400 came from us just putting aside extra quarters that people would bring in over time, and we just kept them in a bucket. So, and the reason that we have this and that Greg uses it is so that he doesn't have to come down, because he's already having to collect at one point in the middle of the week because we're running out of quarters. But we take this $400 and we put it into the hopper just to kind of use as extra quarters, so he doesn't have to collect twice. So that's why it's not considered revenue, even though it's coming out of the machine. It's not revenue. We don't count it as revenue.
You got to look at it this way. The only thing that's revenue that people are spending in your laundromat is the money they put in the washing machines
And dryers.
and in the washing machines and dryers and soap machine and soda machine. That's revenue. Change machine, it's a 1-for-1. They put $1 in, they get $1 out.
Yeah.
That's not you didn't make any money on that exchange. You made money when they put that dollar in quarters into your washing machine or into your dryer. Now you've made money.
Yeah.
Because that person spent that money.
Yeah.
So when it says not revenue, that $400 is money extra quarters I had from last week. So I don't count that as how much we made this week.
Now this 709.
709, that I collected from washers because I have to have those extra quarters from somewhere.
Yeah.
And just to save myself the hassle, as Tammy said, of coming down twice to collect, because that's what I would have to do.
Yeah.
I only want to come down the one time,
Yeah.
so we use the money from last week.
Yeah.
What I used to do, I didn't mind coming down twice because I was opening in the mornings and it was okay for me to do it and I didn't mind doing it. I would collect maybe twice a week, and then I was rolling quarters. The $400, what would happen at the end of the week, I would roll it and bring it to the bank. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
we do it to a point.
because of the coin shortage, we have not.
Shortage.
Now,
that's one reason. And
we stupidly, once again,
But we are a laundromat, as we've in our last live stream, we found out from Keenan. He has 3 of them, and he has, I think, 2 of them always have surplus quarters, and 1 does not. Now, so he uses that to kind of balance itself out. We only have the one place.
Yeah.
We traditionally always have surplus quarters.
And even in the coin shortage, we've had a surplus, we've lost very, very minimal.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at these buckets, I think we have lost quarters this week.
Yeah.
I really do, because I already know that there's $151 in the hopper. That's it, and we need to, get up to $1,200. I don't believe we're going to get to $1,200.
No, I think we will, because I disagree with that. We have an extra 400. I don't think somebody came in and took 400.
Oh, okay. Should we bet? Okay,
We
let's
can
see.
make a bet, but
Okay,
I think we will get to 1,200.
Okay, well, let's see.
We will still have extra quarters
Okay.
when the night is done.
So we'll see who comes to the closest. Okay, let's get started. I don't have gloves. We're still having trouble getting gloves, so I will just wash my hands very well. Oh, hold on. Ready? And also $709 for washers this week.
$1,562.75.
Wow. Is that the record now? Can you take that off? Because I think our record was like 15 something. So we have to go back and show you some of our numbers because we've lost all that video. So last week we did 2147. So there was 1516 right there. The week before that, I need to write some dates on here. 1776. The week before that, 2220. Okay, that's Greg's writing. So was that the night I wasn't feeling well?
That was one, yeah. Don't trust what you see washers. I messed up and I just was kind of guesstimating on those numbers. The final was accurate, but I forgot to write it down between washers and dryers.
This is what happens when I leave them alone.
This is what happened. I was tired, in a hurry.
I wasn't feeling well that night.
Not a good combination for me, so.
So let's see, 1702 for September 12th. I don't know how far back the last video was that we did. I really don't know. September 6th. So let me go back. Let me just do a quick flip. There's 14, 12. I'm just looking. Maybe this is a new record for us for washers. I'll have to go back and check. Because I'm always loving like hitting new marks. This is like my thing. Is like every time that we hit something, yeah, Greg doesn't care. But I'm like, oh my,
I like seeing big numbers too.
No, but I mean like I'm the one that likes to when we hit.
Yes, she keeps track of the record, whether it's the highest ever.
Yeah.
I just see a big number and I'm happy. If I see above more than 2,000, I'm pretty psyched about
What's the date? October 10th. Okay, ready for dryers?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to get to 1496, and that'll give us
41.96.
I'm sorry, 41.96. That'll get us to the
$1,200.
The $1,200 in quarters for the hopper. Okay. Let's see if we can get there and have extra quarters left over.
No. Never mind.
Hold on. That's too many. That might be $400. I'm not sure. And that's really heavy.
Yes, it is.
Hey, where is our market basket or Demula's bucket?
That's all.
Oh.
Yes, the quarters we brought home last week, in addition to the 400
Yeah, that's true.
extra,
Yeah.
we divided it up, so I didn't want to put putting too much non-revenue in. It also becomes a problem because it makes me complacent and being like, oh, we have enough in there, I don't have to collect. And then especially our big machine jams up because it gets too full.
Yeah.
And if I'm like, oh, I don't have to do it. Yeah, I have to collect that machine midweek no matter what, because quarters won't go through.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's see where we're at. Wait a minute.
No, that's not what we.
Wait a minute. Okay.
That's,
No.
We already-
No, we're gonna count this to see. Because I don't think I think we lost. Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. That did not look like 641 in there. So, okay, let's do soap. Oh, jeez. So apparently somebody moved the chair.
Yeah,
It,
we need to reload this thing.
is it empty?
Well, the snuggle, the sheets are got one left or two left.
Oh, really?
The other snuggle, maybe two left also.
I'm still waiting on my snuggle liquid order.
All right,
And-
we're gonna route this week.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. This is full. Look at this. This is absolutely full. Okay, this to me looks like probably about maybe $50. Yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like about 50 bucks.
59, 79.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just over a little bit. Okay.
We are a massive $2. Set that aside. And let's see what we did for vending.
Oh, on that. That looked like a yucky quarter. Okay, go ahead.
So 61.92.
Wow, lots of nickels and dimes this week. Lots of them. So I'm gonna stop. Okay, so we have $3.20 in all of this, plus the $2. What do we have total for vending?
Total is $22.20.
$22.20. So let's see. I'm gonna do math, and Greg's gonna use his calculator. I got $22.78.95.
95, yeah.
So that was a good week. That's a good week. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's this week. Okay, we're back. So we didn't get to finish as to how turns per day can help you when you're getting ready to really look at your mix of machines, and you might realize that you might have the wrong mix of machines because of your turns per day. We just started actually doing box samples because we're thinking we might have some of the wrong machines. And it's just somebody brought it to our attention, and we're like, oh, we just might have actually need to get rid of some machines because they're really not producing the way that we would like to, but that we would like them to. So, and our top loaders are performing better than we would want them to.
Yeah.
So,
and it goes back to the turns per day that Tammy was talking about. If you're going to have a row of machines that do get 3 or 4 turns per day, do you want them to be $3 machines, or do you want them to be $7 machines?
Exactly. So, you know, turns per day can work against you or can work for you, and it can give you the information you want, but it's not something that I would rely on when somebody tells you that they're getting this many turns per day. The only way that they can prove that to you is to, you know, see their books, see their water bills, see their tax returns, see all of their information, you know, and so...
and don't be happy with, this is another thing, Tammy and I were driving around today and we found another laundromat that they were trying to fix it up here locally. So we went home and Tammy found the website and told me about it, and I looked at it. And on their website, they were so proudly put, we have plenty of top load washing machines, and they did. They were about 60% of the machines they had were top load washing machines. Don't be happy with that. Don't be happy with mediocrity.
Yeah.
Because you're
But we also don't
please,
know.
if you're a single guy, come in here. That's all you're saying to people. I don't want your families. I want single men.
But you have to also, you know, Greg's can be a little critical sometimes because we don't know them. We don't know if they're just running the laundromat to, you know, get their feet wet and then maybe they'll retool. We don't know this, but it's an older laundromat and it is a top loader store. And, you know, I hope they're shooting for more. And I kind of think that they are because they have a website. They have a website that you know.
It's nice.
It is. It's nice.
It's set up nice.
So the turns per day. I just want to wrap this up. So we're going to see hopefully everybody on Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
I still say it's Eastern Daylight Time. It's still Daylight Savings Time.
I am not having this argument with you. But so 9:30 p.m. East Coast time. So that is 6:30 for you West Coasters. So we'll see you all on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Also, stay to the end because you're going to see what the preview that I put in the beginning. So you'll see what that was all about.
Yeah.
So well, wait a minute. Did you have a quote?
You're not in trouble till you think you're in trouble. And I heard that from an old martial arts instructor of mine. And he was talking about being in a fight. When somebody grabs you, until you decide to give up in your head, then you're in trouble. So same is true for business.
That's true. That's very true.
When somebody comes up and starts a new business close to you and is competition, and that competition is threatening you, when you decide to give up, that's when you're in trouble, not when they show up.
Yeah.
It's when you give up.
Very good.
That's when the trouble starts.
Sounds good. Have an amazing week.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so this is the new toy that we have so that we can disinfect everything. This is an electrostatic fogger mister, and what it does is the electrostatic in it allows it to cling to things, and we have to wear masks to do it. It's Greg, you're standing too close. You're standing too close. know if you can see this, but so the electrostatic will bring it and it'll come back around on this backside, and this is actually wet. I don't know if you can see that. He sprayed, he really didn't even spray it. Yep, it's getting it. And we're not going to get a lot of this dirtiness from when we wipe down. So, but you have to wear a mask once you go and get the chairs and the, and you can't get too close, and you really shouldn't point it at the windows, because you don't want these getting into your drops or any of your components. And he has to get all the buttons. Greg, you're too close. You can see that actually gives out a really, really big spray. Greg. And don't get the... Okay. So this should really be the last thing that you do when you're leaving the building, because you really don't want to be breathing this stuff in. So one of the...
Started, but...
Where'd you start?
I don't know. I probably should have checked to see where I started.
Still got quite a bit there.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Right now we're using Lysol, but I have some Vital Oxide coming, because it works better when it's a water base and there's not a lot of viscosity to it.
You want it to be a lower viscosity.
Yeah. So this is our new toy.
Yeah.
Don't forget to turn the electrostatic off. He keeps forgetting, and he leaves it on and it drains the battery. But yeah, so he had started over here, and it's just about dry. Hey, did you get the sink?
Yeah. You can see it's all wet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, that's how we're disinfecting the laundromat. Not bad for $500. I think we got it off.
The whole place, and
we got it off of Amazon. So I'll put a link down below.
And honestly, I'm just learning. Tammy was like, "It's going to be further away." That's fine. I've only done this 3 or 4 times, and sorry. Compared to what our cleaning guy has been doing, where it probably takes him 15 minutes, this is going to reduce that down to
almost nothing.
3, maybe 4.
Yeah. Once you be able to walk
once you get the hang of it, and you have a rhythm and
it's fast too. You have to walk fast because or it pools and puddles and drips and so
this is going to cut down on disinfecting time a lot.
Yeah.
Really going to get him out of here quick and me out of here quick when I'm having to do it.
Yep.
So
sounds good. Okay.
About that.
We're going home.
All right.
Have a good night.